Alright, hey guys, what's up? It's Kyle here. I'm answering another personal question, in depth, for 2011GONoles. You sent me some questions in, on my Q&A vid, which I did answer them all, but I mentioned one of those questions in particular I wanted to answer in detail, and more in detail, and that was, who do I think is the most underrated K-pop group? So who I think is the most underrated K-pop group? I think Rainbow. Rainbow is an underrated K-pop group. I love their song A when that came out, but that kind of got a little bit under controversy due to the choreography. They thought it was like too sexy or whatever. And then they came out with "Come to Me," which I thought was a really good song. I really love the song a lot. It's really catchy, and I thought that would have been the song, that breakout song, to put them out on top. But you know, it didn't do that. So you know, they're kind of like an afterthought now. And DSP Media, which is the company they work for, which is also the same company as Kara, I heard are just about to get ready to release a new 5-member girl group. And it's like, how can you release another group so fast already when one of two of your girl groups like still needs to get to that next level? So Rainbow, I think, is completely underrated, and I enjoy their music. Another group I think is underrated is U-Kiss. U-Kiss have been out since like 2009, 8. They've been out around the same time, if not before, Shiny, and they still have not won like the big one. I'm not a big, huge U-Kiss fan. I won't even say I'm a U-Kiss fan at all. The only song I liked was, I forgot the name of the song, but their leading single that they promoted for their second mini album was the only song I really liked from them that I thought was catchy. But other than that, all their other songs to me, I think, are really, they're not catchy, really. I don't even say catchy, but I just don't think that their songs grab the attention of a wide audience. And I think that's partly due to because most of their albums are produced by Brave Brothers Studios. And I think, Brave Brothers, he's a good producer. He used to work for YG Entertainment, but a lot of his music sounds like the same all the time. So I think U-Kiss I think they are the most underrated group like ever in recent memory. Another underrated group I would say would be After School. The only song I think that put After School up on top, or was really the most popular song, was "Because of You," and I think that's the name of the song, "Because of You," which is their second mini album, and then I think their first full-length album, "Bang." Those were the only two good songs. Those are the only two songs that I liked, but I think those are the only two I think those their two most popular songs. And then when their company decided to split them up to form a subgroup, After School Red and After School Blue. I love the After School Red song. I think it's called "Into the Night Sky" or something like that. That was shortly abrupted because they didn't promote those songs very long. Both of the sub-units didn't promote the songs for very long, but I like that song. That was one of a few songs that was made by Brave Brothers that I enjoy. Another underrated K-pop group I would say is Pink Top. I like Pink Top a lot. I've liked them since their debut when they came out with Clap. I think it was Clap or Going Crazy. I think it's the name of the song, Going Crazy. Going Crazy. That was a really good song. I didn't care for the second follow-up after that. The third mini album, Roman, with the song "No More Perfume on You," I really liked a lot. I thought it was really catchy. The lyrics, a lot of people really didn't particularly appreciate it, more so the female persuasion, just the fact that the song was talking about a guy dating two women, and one is younger and the other one's an older woman, and he bought both of the women the same perfume so that when he's with one woman and she smells a perfume fragrance, she'll think it's coming from her, from the recent perfume that he bought, when actually he's been around with another woman who he bought the same fragrance for. So the lyrics aren't really, how should I say, for the women, or how women really like it. It's very offensive to women, which I can understand, but I like this. I like the song's catchy. The new song they have here now, I forgot the name of the new song for their first full-length album. It's okay. Once again, this album was produced by Brave Brothers. Not a big fan of a lot of the music that he produces, but it's okay. Nothing special to me. It's alright. But for them to be, out for as long as they've been, they have a pretty large fan base, I would say. Another underrated K-pop group, I would say, would be M Black. Music Boy lives in absolute quality. Um, M Black, I think, is really, really, really underrated, as well as I think unlucky too. M Black has been out since 2009, and they really struggled a lot to win awards. The first award, their first and only the award at the time that they had won was Y, and that was back in 2010. Fast forward, like 2.5 years later, they come back with their second full-length album finally, and they just won 2 awards. I think in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, last 2 weeks they just won 2 awards. In Black, I think is really underrated. I think that's a bunch of 5 talented guys. Lee Jung's a good dancer. You have good rappers in Mir and Thunder. Geo, phenomenal vocalist, lead vocalist. And I forgot the leader's name, but he's talented too. Group of talented young guys. But I think one of the reasons why In Black kind of don't really appeal too much is that I think they kind of have a hard time in finding like what genre and music do they want to sway in. I think they have a difficult time in trying to find their identity, as the identity as a group and their identity as to the music that they want to present, to the audience. I think they have a really difficult time with that, and I think because of that, they haven't really found their niche. And I think it's been like about 3.5 to 4 years since they've been out now, and for them to still trying to find their way, still trying to find their niche, I'm kind of scared for them. I'm not sure they're gonna ever make it to that main event status or that main level for a group. And also, too, a lot of their songs too, if you really listen to them, sound like a bunch of recycled Rain songs. Rain did produce a lot of their music for the first 2 mini albums he produced. Their first full-length album, Just Black, leading up into their second new mini or full-length album, It's War. They've all produced themselves, but the songs still sound a little bit like Rain. And I honestly think that if M Black was never associated with Rain, who was like one of the best, most popular K-pop artists of all time, a true legend, I honestly don't think that they would even get the somewhat attention that they get now, if not even win the very few awards that they've won. I honestly believe that. I think the only attention that they do kind of somewhat get, and the few awards that they may win here or there, is due to who they're affiliated with, and that's Rain, because Rain's like the biggest star, and this is his group that he made, so that's why. Another underrated K-pop group I think are Sistar and Secret. Both I think are really talented. I'd say Secret is probably a little bit more over than Sistar because they have won some awards. Sistar has yet to win any awards. And I like a lot of their songs. I think the leader is Huiming. Very talented. That girl has like some serious pipes. Like she has strong vocals. I think she has one of the most powerful vocals, I think, to even rival Taeyeon from Sonishide. Bora, my God, Bora's just so hot. And then I forgot the other 2 members' names, and they're cute too. But I think they're very underrated as well. A lot of people say 4 Minute is underrated. I don't think 4 Minute is underrated at all. 4 Minute have won awards. Some of their stuff that's been kind of under scrutiny for some of the choreography or maybe the lyrics due to Hyuna. But and I love Hyuna, but that's just the point fact. But I just think I don't think 4 Minute are underrated. I kind of put 4 Minute on the same level as Tiara. Can't really think of any other girl group right now. But I put them on the same level as like a Tiara or even FX, because FX is a little underrated as well. I kind of put them on those same level where it's like they're not the forerunners for K-pop groups like Sonishide, Wonder Girls, and even Kara, but they're not completely they're not an afterthought. They're not like completely useless where people don't think about them. You know, they do have catchy songs, and they do win awards. You know, occasionally they do win awards. Maybe not as many like Sanusi Day, but they do win awards occasionally. So I don't consider 4 Minute as an underrated group. I kind of consider them like they're like on a medium stage. You know, a minimum level of popularity. B2ST, a lot of people think was underrated. I would just consider them underrated as well until their last promotion they made from their first full-length album, Fact or Fiction. That song did an all-kill. That record was like the best-selling album. That album put these guys out on top to the point where people consider them now to be on the same level and on par with 2 p.m. And they've been out for just as long as In Black, and they've surpassed In Black, I think, in every way. They surpassed In Black. They found their niche. They found, you know, what type of style of music they want to get into, and, you know, it's worked. And they've come a long way. So I would kind of say B2ST, I wouldn't consider them to be underrated either. I would put them on the same level as like a, you know, like a 4 Minute where they're at that stage now where they're not big forerunners like 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. or some other, or Shiny, but they have enough in their repertoire to get the job done. So these are just a few K-pop artists who I think that are underrated, plus the few that I mentioned that I said that I like 4 Minute. Not 4 Minute, but I like 4 Minute, but I don't think they're underrated. But like Sistar, Secret, In Black, Rainbow, and Teen Top. Those are the artists who I think that are underrated that I really like as well. Some people say they think Tiara is underrated. I don't think Tiara is underrated as well. I don't think they're underrated because when they came out, they were like, you know, a big hit when they first came out. Once again, like I said, they're on that level where they're not the forerunners of K-pop groups, but they're not doing terrible either. They're like in the middle. You know, if you were to put them on a scale of like, you know, if you were to put them in a certain rank, you know, Girls' Generation, Kara, Wonder Girls being like a number 1, Tiara would be like a number 3 or 4, and that's why I see like groups like 4 Minute and B2STR. They're not the number 1 spot, but they're like at a number 3 or a number 4, which isn't a bad spot. But yeah, so these are just more in-depth thought on my think of who I think are the most underrated K-pop artists. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.